Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Johns with Win Home Inspection Cookeville here in a crawl space. That's me. Howdy doody. It's been a long day. It's been a long 2 days. Had a lot of big homes, and they've kind of eaten up a lot of time. You learn that to do things right, sometimes with big homes, you lose a lot of time. At any rate, so here we are in a crawl space. If we pan, everything looks pretty good, pretty clean, right? Definitely better than a lot of crawl spaces. Those of you that know crawl spaces will know this looks much better than a lot because this is encapsulated. Encapsulation simply means that we have a vapor barrier, fiber reinforced, usually about a 20 mil. The minimal code standard is actually only a 6 mil, which I think is garbage. I think, something like this that's higher performing is much better. But at any rate, so vapor retarder, right? Overlapped at the seams. I can't tell how long they're overlapped, but they're supposed to be overlapped, I think 6 or 12 inches at least. They get routed up the piers, wrapped and sealed at the piers. This structure does not actually seal the tops of the piers, so that's one deficiency I noted for the clients. You can see over at the beam end, way down there, things aren't as sealed as they could be. But the vapor retarder also runs up the wall and is sealed to the wall. Behind that vapor retarder, there is this rigid insulation on the foundation block, which is good. And then you can see there some staining. That staining tells you that water has gotten past some of these seals, some of the vapor retarder seams, and that we obviously have water intrusion, right, from the exterior into the crawl space. So, but here's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to take my flashlight with me so I don't lose it. I've already been in here once. Obviously, if you listen to me contextually, then you know I've already been in here by how I've been saying stuff. But here's the front of the crawl space. And then we come over. And look at this. Ready? Dun, dun, dun. You see that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a waterbed. And watch, I can hit it, and you can see it ripple out. Whoa. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So there's water. If I turn all under the front of this crawl space, underneath this vapor retarder, there is water. Now, vapor retarder, properly thick, right, and sealed, is doing a great job keeping the water underneath it. But more importantly, what we're learning is along the front foundation wall, right, we have water coming in somewhere along the side wall or the front wall. If you could see out front, I can't show you out front because I don't want to give away the home for fear of somebody getting very upset with me. So I can't show you the outside, but the grade, right? The grade comes this way toward the home. It's very low in front of the home. And what happens? Well, this happens, right? And right now, today, the exterior grading at the front of the home is super soggy. And we haven't had rain for just a couple of days, so we shouldn't be that saturated at the ground level. So it tells you there's a lot of water. All the water flows to that spot, and that really can create problems. So this was a chance for me to kind of show you a portion of what an encapsulated crawl space is. Now, there is a lot more to an encapsulated crawl space. I could talk your ear off. You could also go look up some other videos. There's a franchise company, Crawl Space Ninja, that has a lot of videos for encapsulations. So encapsulated systems are simple and yet very complex, because if you don't do the simple things right, you can create all kinds of adverse issues for the structure and for your indoor air quality. But as far as this video goes, I'm not trying to encompass an entire encapsulated system, because there are other things in here we could talk about that aren't done as well as they could be done, and probably should be modified. But I wanted to show you all, again, look at that. Right? Look at that water. So somewhere between 1 and 3 inches, depending on where you are, right? It's deeper over here, but it's just crazy. So site drainage plays a very important role to your structure. This is a beautiful home. It's a gorgeous home. It's a high-end home. This is a shame, So in order to fix it, they're going to have to dig out along the front of the foundation and do some significant work. So the foundation wall is going to need to be waterproofed more than just a tar application, which is what a lot of people do in our region. If it hasn't had a footer drain installed, it really needs a footer drain, probably an oversized one from what may have been installed if there is one. We need to regrade the whole front of the structure. of the site in front of the home. And then maybe even like a landscape swale, some other means to try to catch and corral water away. And you're talking a lot of money, right? So if you did it right the first time, I wouldn't find it like this today, 6 years later, from when it was built, and we wouldn't have this issue, and more money wouldn't have to be spent. So food for thought. There's my ramble for now. You guys have a great day or a great weekend or a great night whenever you may be watching this and whenever I post it, which is usually a while after the fact so that I can put space between me and the home I'm at. So again, people are less likely to get mad at me. Again, if you do not follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Search for Win Home Inspection Cookeville. If you found us on YouTube, you don't see many videos. Most of my videos on YouTube were private until very recently. I just started putting public videos out for consumption. So if you like them, subscribe. I'll try to get one up every week or 2 weeks, so you're not going to be inundated with material from me. But I try to show interesting things and or good concepts or topics to discuss, right? So other than that, take care, be well, and give somebody a hug.